few hours ago, I was in shivering cold Scotland, and now I'm transported to an island paradise, complete with the sun setting into the Indian Ocean. The small island nation of Mauritius has it all: endless shimmering sandy beaches, elegant resorts, and an ever-growing number of truly excellent golf courses. We were based in the southwest corner of the island at Heritage Resorts L'Hôtel Fair, one of the finest five-star properties you'll find anywhere. The ambiance is regal yet relaxed, the service is impeccable, and the food quite exceptional. It's all you could really ask for. Unless, of course, you're a golfer, then you'll be looking for the best course on the island, and that you'll find on your very doorstep. Here's Golf Director Ryan Dodds to tell us all about it.
My name's Ryan Dodds. I'm the General Manager of Heritage Golf Club, the magnificent host venue for the Fraser Bank Mauritius Open 2015. We're very excited to have this wonderful golf tournament, especially since it's the first time that the three tours come together, them being the European, Sunshine and Asian tours. Four Seasons Golf Club at Anahita will be our partner in 2017 and 2019. The event will be played at Heritage Golf Club in 2015 and 17. We're so excited. This golf course is going to be a fantastic championship venue for the professionals. It's never hosted a professional golf tournament before, but we've had enough professionals around to know that it is going to pose a real challenge. It's been designed primarily as a resort golf course, so offering something to the higher handicappers as well as to the better players. But we've added a little bit of length to the golf course. We've added a couple of bunkers and reshaped two greens. So we think it's going to be a fantastic championship venue for the event.
If you're like me, you'll be keen to see what other golf the island has to offer. Just a short drive along the coast is Paradis Hotel and Golf Club. An easier course in many ways, Paradis is still definitely worth sampling for its palm-fringed shores and the magnificent Le Morne Mountain that towers over the entire complex.
Welcome to Tamarina.
Only another few minutes north is a course of an entirely different character. Tamarina Golf Spa and Beach Club is like something out of Africa. The holes seem to have been cut through the vegetation to give ever more splendid views of the impressive Mount Rempart and its ragged peaks. It is a great course to play, plenty of length and tricky turns among the forest-lined fairways. Next, we drove across the island in search of the legendary La Touche Rock and boarded a water shuttle to cross over to the heavenly Ile aux Cerfs. There are few finer sights for a golf course anywhere in the world.
Right then, well, after a long drive like that and a nice lunch, we could take a gentle drive around the golf course. But we're not going to do that. We're going to play it. La Touche Rock, here we come.
Bernhard Langer was assigned to design this remarkable island configuration, and even though it has been softened somewhat in recent years for us average players, La Touche Rock is still a test for the very best.
So here we are on 18th at La Touche Rock. Just stunning setting for a golf course. But it is still one of the most challenging courses that you'll ever find. Still really tough, even although they've tried to smooth it out a bit. But great experience.
Nearby on a stunning 2-kilometre white sand beach, you'll find Constance Belmar Plage. Two challenging 18-hole courses are available, the Legends and the Links. The Legends is also host to one of the main events of the European Senior Tour calendar, the MCB Tour Championship, every December. Also on this stretch, the resort Anahita offers a massive 7,500 yard long Ernie Els design course with fairways wide enough to accommodate even the most errant drive. You'll be hard pressed to find the rough here, but don't be lulled into complacency. It's still packed with challenge and character. Here's Golf Vacations magazine's executive editor, Benny Teo, to tell us some more.
Well, this is Anahita Golf Club, Four Seasons Golf Club, and we're here at hole 8. It's one of the newest courses in Mauritius. Beautiful landscaping, as you can see, faces the ocean, turquoise waters, deep blue skies. This is pretty much paradise on earth, really.
Florida is generally pan-flat, with the only man-made mounds the result of man-made lakes. Welcome to a Florida of an entirely different nature. Set at the heart of the Sunshine State, Streamsong is a sea of rolling hills, graced with the fairways and greens of 2 magnificent golf courses. The red presents the ideal opportunity to sharpen your Scottish seaside links technique. Bump and run is a very good stroke to hold in your armory. Now I want to show you a couple key things to help you play these courses. The short game is key to low scoring, particularly at a challenging course like Streamsong. Both the red and blue require real precise chips and pitches. By getting the left arm and the chest connected, everything will move as one. So the arm should never be reaching away from the body. They should always be close, hanging almost. And you want to have this left arm slightly across the chest. So here's a chip shot. And it's the same for a pitch stroke. By getting the left arm and the chest connected, everything will move as one, and that'll simplify your stroke. The nature of the 2 courses is comparable, but the different design pulls them apart to create 2 distinctive tracks. We considered the blue the harder of the 2. Driving is critical, but even more so are your approaches. Most of the greens are raised and well protected by cavernous bunkers. Streamsong's Lodge is yet another eye-opener. The 216-room lodge and its custom-built guest rooms and suites all offer views of the surrounding lakes and wildlife habitat, a modern classic in the heart of Florida's wilderness.
Golf and Poland, 2 words you rarely see or hear in the same sentence. There are only 25 courses in the entire country, and we toured around Gdansk near the country's northern coast. This area is ideal for a short golf break with several courses within an easy hour's drive of the city. First though, we sampled the culture and cuisine of Tri-City, or Trochmiaster in Polish, I think. It's made up of the adjoining urbanizations of Gdansk, Gdynia and Sopot. This is where Poles take their seaside holidays. Our first golf outing was at the Sierra Golf Club. And if the clubhouse creates a good first impression, the golf course is equally awe-inspiring.
Somebody would be a bit surprised to find a golf course in Poland. How long has it been here?
The golf course has been open since 2002, so we are 12 years old.
great fun and a good course, and there's talk of having a European Tour event here in a few years' time. I think the pros will enjoy it if they come here. I certainly did.
One of Poland's oldest cities, Gdansk has a history that stretches back 1,000 years. Medieval tenement buildings are fronted by ancient docks and a glittering new marina.
This is the local beer and it's very good. More important than that though is it only costs 7 zlotys, which is less than £1.50.
There's shopping on Amber Street, actually called Mariaka Street, a narrow conduit running from the river to the heart of the old town. It's lined with amber bejewelled shops and street sellers. Poland is famous for these molten golden globules, fossilised tree resin from primordial forests now buried deep beneath the Baltic Sea. Sizable chunks often wash up on the beaches. The cultural highlight of Gdansk is a visit to the newly opened Solidarity Museum, next to the once infamous Gdansk shipyards, a riveting insight into the struggle of Lech Wałęsa and the Polish shipyard workers and their bid to escape communist oppression and years of austerity.
It's a sobering thought that if it hadn't been for Lech Wałęsa, the Solidarity movement and the breakup of the Soviet Union, they wouldn't be playing golf in Poland today.
The fairways of Sand Valley Golf and Country Club snake and shimmy between long rivulets of waste bunkers. I'm generally not in favour of the term inland links, but I have to admit Sand Valley fits that description perfectly. This is as challenging as any seaside setup on the east coast of Scotland. We dined in the nearby town of Elblag, allowing chef to reign supreme on a medley of Poland's finest, washed down with multiple nips of neat vodka. That's the Polish way of doing things. Our last round on this short golfing break was at Postolowa Golf Club, otherwise known and easier to say, Gdansk Golf and Country Club. It's handy for the airport and a completely different prospect from the first two courses, and perhaps the most challenging of all.
This is one of the oldest clubs in Poland. Mind you, there aren't that many that are very old, but this was formed around 1990.
It's one of the longest courses in Europe at a staggering 7,766 yards, or, sounds a little less, 7,101 metres, and that's off the tips. I'd love to play Postolowa again to try and figure it out. Maybe we'll start with it next time. And there most certainly will be a next time.
Welcome to the Ocean Course at the Breakers. The Breakers is a Florida institution. Henry Morrison Flagler was responsible for the railroad that opened up Florida's once isolated East Coast to development and tourism. To entice northerners to the balmy, health-enhancing sandy coasts, Flagler built his first hotel in 1894, the Royal Ponciana Hotel at Lake Worth. Soon guests requested rooms over by the Breakers, and when Flagler doubled the hotel's size, he decided to rename it the Breakers. This established Palm Beach as a winter resort for the wealthy members of America's Gilded Age. The guest register read like a who's who of early 20th century America. Rooms in those days started at $4 a night, and that included 3 meals a day.
How about this? Just off the 13th tee, they've even got their own organic herb and vegetable garden. Fabulous.
If you've got the shot, playing a low ball will counter the sometimes stiff ocean breezes that skirt this golf course. I'm with Robert. Robert's a player's assistant here at the Breakers course. Tell us, for everyone out there, what's your favorite stretch of holes here?
My favorite stretch is 13, which is a mid-iron par 3 uphill, and then 14, which is a long par 4 with a slightly elevated green, you know, and it's all carry to the pin. 16 is one of the most demanding holes in Florida for a par 3, to tell you the truth,
yeah.
you know.
Built from the readily available timber, the Breakers was burnt to the ground, not once but twice. But it soon rose phoenix-like to star again as the jewel of Florida's east coast. In January 1926, a new stone structure modelled upon Villa Medici in Rome was built. And this, my friends, is largely what you'll find today. Renowned for its service and comfort, as well as the 2 magnificent golf courses, the Breakers remains an unrivaled masterpiece. I'm David White,
And I'm Roberto Borgatti,
and welcome to the 2015 PGA Show.
where we'll be bringing you the best that golf has to offer. The PGA Show commences with Demo Day at the Orange County Golf Resort, a chance to test the newest clubs, technology, and fun innovations.
We have our new Cleveland Golf Wedge Analyzer, and it helps fit people into the correct Rotex 2 wedges.
Oh yeah. It's just like having a caddy, but you don't have to give it 10% of your winnings.
Hang on, I'm his caddy.
I've got news for you. Just fired you.
So I'm here with short game great Dave Peltz. What's interesting this year at the show?
The Rotex faces on the Cleveland wedges I like a lot. What Cleveland has done is they've milled the face, but then they don't wear out when you practice in the sand.
Woo! So you put your golf clubs on this, and your life has changed forever.
After a lot of walking, talking and testing, it's time for our 10 favourites for 2015.
This is called the Palmbird Putter Grip. Some of the features are the unique shape, which allows your hands to be placed perfectly square. One of the other cool features is that it is counterbalanced, so that the club will be steady throughout the stroke, as opposed to a lighter grip, which goes all over the place.
What we were so successful with a few years ago with Rocket Blades was putting a speed pocket or a slot at the bottom of the golf club. 72% of all golfers in the world hit it below the sweet spot on the golf club. So what do? We put a speed pocket or slot in the bottom of it, which basically sped up the bottom part of the face.
Now it's time for the best gadget.
How about calling it the sexiest gadget?
That's a good one. And this is a one-stop shop, isn't it?
It is. It's a GPS wearable to tell you how far you've walked, so it is a pedometer. And every time you touch it, it'll give you the time. And then when you put it into golf mode, it'll give you the front, center, and back of where you are.
Fantastic. You know what? I'm just getting a call. It says 150 yards to the 19th hole. We got to go.
Let's go.
I want to recognize the contributions of Frederick and Klaus, the 2 heads of TrackMan.
TrackMan can be used indoor as well as a simulator, so people can practice in their home at night or during cold months of the year.
Let's have a look.
To set up the simulator on a par 3, 190 yards to the hole, I think you can do this, right?
Looks like a lot of water out there. Where are they gone?
We have a revolutionary new fitting tool, so any player can go out and figure out what is the right bounce for your game. So with that technology and that fitting system, it's really the best lineup of wedges we've ever made.
In 3 to 5 days, you got a customized high-performance golf ball. What makes them special is the price point. You just sell online, no middleman, and that saves you money, 50% at least.
Besides getting lessons with Roberto, what are some of the best training aids that you've seen here at the show today?
I really like the Medicus training aids. They're a weighted club, and when you swing it, it helps develop your golf muscles and stretch you out.
She's being awarded here at the PGA Show this year as the most victories, tournament victories of any amateur ever. 204. Congratulations, Arlene.
Thank you.
I'll tell you, David, the shoe market certainly has evolved over the last few years.
I still love my Echoes.
And what I love about them is you can take them from the golf course and go right out to dinner.
We're looking for some nutrition here.
You came to the right place.
I happen to be gluten intolerant.
We actually have 2 gluten-free bars, and this is actually our newest product. It's a gluten-free, dairy-free trail mix bar. To play well, whether you're a scratch golfer or you can't break 100, you need sustained energy. Regardless of the conditions, you're not going to fatigue, you can stay focused, and you get something you can enjoy along the way.
So I'm here with Doug Sanders. And Doug, we've had fun these last couple days hanging out.
We have indeed, and this is a great place to meet them, you know. And I think only the game of golf can bring this many thousands and millions of people together.
For me to sign a DVD for Doug Sanders is something I will always remember.
Roberto, you're a big man for traveling the world with Crystal Cruises. What's your favorite place?
Well, I love Spain and New Zealand, but I have a funny feeling I know what your favorite place is.
Wow.
This is the award-winning amphibian towel by Frogger. It has 2 towels in one with a waterproof membrane in between. You wet the inside, the outside stays dry, and the towel works like an umbrella.
All right, here we go. Hang on now. Roberto! Hey man, you're always well dressed, and you're just in time for the best apparel awards.
Our award this year goes to Jay Lindeberg for those high quality materials and that perfect blend of the classic and modern look.
I think this works for me too.
I'm with Chris Hart, president of V1 Sports. We're really thrilled that there's a product for consumers that you can download to your iPad.
We're really excited to have the V1 Golf app. We've had really great response from the teaching pros that we work with, and now the ability to give this functionality to the average golfer, I think, is going to be a game changer.
We now come to the award that all you golfers are waiting for, the best driver.
XR driver is all about speed, about 5 miles per hour more ball speed due to the R-Moto face and the speed step crown on the top, and that'll translate to about 12 yards for your average golfer.
Go with Callaway this year on the driver.
So that's all from the 2015 Golf Passport PGA Awards.
And we look forward to seeing you next year. There are certain elements that are universal to all good swings. But what we see visually is an aesthetic difference. All swings are as unique as the people who make them, whether it's a tour player or my 90-year-old Uncle Jim. They all have their own look, their own qualities, their own DNA. While they look similar at impact, they leverage their bodies differently. Their anatomies, body dimensions, mass, and flexibility are individual. If you are fortunate to learn golf at a young age, the greater relative weight of the club works developmentally in your favor. Medicine ball swings help recreate that youthful learning dynamic. They engage your larger muscles and, in partnership with momentum, combine hundreds of otherwise unconnected movements into one coherent chain of motion. It's also important to make swings from the opposite side to keep your body development balanced. Slow motion swings strengthen your core and improve your technique. Don't allow momentum to carry you through, controlling the weight the whole motion. With the load on your spine, there's a natural tendency to hunch through impact. Maintain good posture, keeping your spine long and extended through the whole motion. Medicine ball throws help build explosive power. A simple exercise to build speed is the baseball swing. Try to produce an audible whoosh. Then make that same sound from your golf posture. Finish with a swing that brings that same explosive power. Now it's time for a real power surge. The Dungeon Boxing Gym in Sarasota, Florida may seem like an unusual place to discover your swing, but it's a great place to learn how to optimally leverage your body. imagining a punching bag, put your hands together with the intention of delivering the most powerful blow possible. You will discover how much to bend over, how much to flex your knees, and how to transfer all of this to your swing. By simply imagining a punching bag, you'll instinctively discover your most powerful swing. A proper grip is essential to an effective swing, linking the action of the right and left hand. The grip is your only contact with the club, and the most important characteristic is stability. How you hold the club permits you to hinge the wrists and to hold the club lightly. Those are two key components in producing lag, which is club head speed. A lot is made about where the V's point, the V of the thumb and the hand make, and that the V should be pointed either at the right shoulder, in between the chin and the right shoulder, at the chin. The reason there is so much disagreement is because that's not the critical mass. What's important is where the club is structurally in your hand. So where is that magical place of stability that produces club head speed? Let's begin with the left hand. The two fleshy pads closest to the thumb are placed on top of the grip. If the club is properly placed, you'll be able to let go of the last three fingers because the pads and your index finger support the club. A common, less stable tendency is holding the club more in the palm of your hand. Without the base of your hand on top, the club's not secure. For the right hand, we'll divide each finger into 3 segments. 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. The club rests on top of 3, 3, and 2 over the index finger. With both hands together, the grip may feel like it's more in the fingers than you're accustomed to. So when you hold the club with these 2 pads on top and 3, 3, 2, both forearms are actually turned in 10 or 15 degrees. As a result of this positioning, something referred to as your anatomical snuff box points skyward. This is the exact location where the wrists powerfully hinge. Hinge your wrists and make a turn. That's the move. Here are 3 grips to choose from. There's the 10-finger grip, or also called the baseball grip, the interlock, the choice of Jack Nicklaus and Tiger Woods, and the overlap, also known as the Varden grip. It's the most popular grip amongst professionals. A proper grip is the key to an effective golf swing, bringing both hands together to work as one. You can learn more with my DVD and ebook series, where you'll find simple, comprehensive lessons to help you achieve a swing you can trust.